Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be giving you the Krig 6, best class loadout. Now this assault rifle is a pretty decent, overall well balanced and rounded gun. It is probably one of my more favoured base weapons in this game when it comes to assault rifles. Now obviously with the assault rifles in this game, you do only get 5 attachments as a standard loadout. Realistically, that isn't going to be enough. So we're going to start today off a little bit different. We're going to go straight to the wild card and we're going to put on gunfire. Now the reason for this is it gives you an extra couple of slots to max out. So now you get a slot allocation for each one of these guys, so this gun is now going to be an absolute monster. Now first of all, starting with the optics, we are going to go with the Microflex LED. Now personally, when it comes to red dot sights, I find a lot of it to be personal choice. A lot of people I found use the Hawks more, the Diamondback reflex and the mill stop reflex tend to be the options for many people, but the classic Microflex LED, you can't go wrong with it. You can, if you want to, go for a longer range scope. This gun is pretty decent over range, but we're going to be focusing mostly on sort of the red dot sight and close sort of quarter combat. So moving on to the next one is going to be the muzzle. Now the muzzle attachment for this would be the infantry compensator. Now the infantry compensator is going to give you a +12 vertical recoil control and a -8 horizontal recoil control, but realistically, guys, the side-to-side management isn't too bad. It's pretty workable, so the infantry compensator isn't going to be too much of a negative for that. Now the barrel attachment with this gun, or with the assault rifles in general, you do have a lot more option when it comes to what barrel attachment you go for, but I'm going to give you my personal choice when it comes to picking out this gun and what I go for when it comes to this sort of class. The ADS, when ADSing with an assault rifle, one, it's a lot slower than an SMG. Not only that, but when you're trying to strafe left and right and shooting, the ADS does slow you down a lot. So having the strafe speed +5 is going to help a lot. And as well as that, you also get an aim walking movement speed buff of +15. So when you're not firing, if you can burst fire this gun, then this attachment is going to help you win a lot of your gunfights. Now it does give you a -13 bullet velocity, but realistically that's not too bad. Now the body attachment, we're going to go with the Tiger Team Spotlight. The reason for this is it gives you a +40% reveal distance, and that doesn't affect you being out of ADS unlike some of the other options. You can go with the mounted flashlight, but it only gives you a +20. So if you haven't reached the higher levels of this gun, then that's going to be your best option. But if you've maxed it out or you're close to it, then go with the Tiger Team Spotlight. Now you do get a -10 sprint to fire time, but that's not too bad, because obviously there are attachments that can help counter that. Now with the underbarrel attachment, this gun doesn't have that bad of a recoil control, so you do have a few more options when it comes to your underbarrel attachment. But what I'm going to go with today is the SFOD speed grip. Now the reason for that is it gives you a +5 sprinting move speed, and a +16 horizontal recoil control. You do get a -6 movement speed and a -6 shooting move speed, and also a -6 aim walking movement speed, but honestly guys, you don't really notice those penalties. So the speed grip is what we're going to go with today. And now for the magazine, excuse me, you do only get a standard 30 round mag. Now you have got the option of a 50 round mag with this gun. It does give you a minus 25 ADS time. Now that is quite a significant decrease. You could go with the 50 round mag, the 40 round speed mag that is only a minus 20%, but the minus 5 extra is not too bad, so you don't really notice it. So go with the 50 round fast mag. It will give you a plus 67 magazine ammo capacity, plus 35 reload quickness, plus 67 max starting ammo, and a plus 67 ammo capacity. Now obviously with the attachment having 50 bullets, you will be able to mow down a lot of your enemies. Now the assault rifles are more for sort of, you know, a slayer role, so you're not going to be sort of running around as much, so you don't need to reload as much, so having that 50 round mag is really going to help you do work. Now the last two attachments are going to be handle and stock. Now as I said before in the last video, guys, the handle attachment, there is only two attachments that are really worth putting on, and that is the SASR jungle grip and the airborne elastic wrap. And we are going to be putting on the airborne elastic wrap as we have got it unlocked, just because it gives you that plus 30 ADS time and the 90% flinch resistance. You also get that nice little aim while going prone benefit as well, but you do get the minus 10% shooting move speed and a minus 15% sprint to fire time. But again, guys, you don't really notice that. I mean, just like you look at the green bar there on the speed, it's not too bad. It's a pretty decent speed for an assault rifle, but the accuracy, look at that. This thing is pretty much like a laser in the right hands. But with the stock, it will be the Raider stock, and that's just because it gives you the plus 30% sprint to fire time and the plus 40% aim walking movement speed. But again, you do get that minus 30% hip fire accuracy penalty, but in reality, guys, it's an assault rifle. You shouldn't be hip firing it unless you're, again, at point blank range, so that's not going to, you know, to affect you guys too much. Now with the secondary is personal choice. You can run with a launcher if you want to help your team out when it comes to UAVs, but I find them so slow to use that by the time you finish looking around for the UAV, then wait for it to lock and then fire, you're probably going to get shot in the back while using it. So like I said, it's personal choice, but when I say personal choice, just bear in mind that some of these are going to be slower to use, like the shotguns and things. But yeah, that's all personal choice, guys. Now the tactical is always going to be the stim shot. I don't know why you would want to use anything else, unless, like I said, you're going for camo challenges, sorry, then that would be the only time that I would ever equip a different, so it would always be the stim shot. The lethal, again, it's personal choice. I don't like the C4s in this game, as I've mentioned before. I do have a delay in using it, and I am curious, like, if it is just me or whether it's something that a lot of people have found. Obviously, if you can let me know if you guys are suffering with this, then you know that would be great. So be sure to let me know in the comments down below about that. Now, but like I said before as well, with Semtex, I don't like using Semtex. I find that if I was going to use a grenade, I'd just stick with the frags. But the Molotov is actually a pretty decent lethal to have on this class, because you can lock down choke points, and as a slayer, that's really what you want to do. You want to be keeping the enemy back as much as possible, and really forcing them on the respawn. So the Molotov will help with that. So we're going to put that on today. Now the field upgrade, you can go with the field mic if you want. It will help keep yourself aware of people around you if people are trying to flank you and stuff like that. But with the Slayer role, you are going to be a bit further ahead on the map than your team, so they may not necessarily get the benefit of the field mic. So I would either go with the SAM turret or the assault pack. just because with the assault pack you can drop ammo, and it helps with you using scavenger as a perk. You can get away with not having it if you use the assault pack, but we are going to put the SAM turret on just simply because the UAVs in this game are used a hell of a lot, and they are really annoying. They seem to go on longer in this game than any other Call of Duty. I don't know if that's me. Please let me know if you guys feel the same way, but I think that they are used a hell of a lot, and they do seem to last a lot longer. But for your perks, with the perks, obviously because we're using the gunfighter wildcard, we aren't going to get the 6 perks, but really, like I said guys, with the assault rifle we're not looking to be running around the map and constantly on our ones and stuff like that, so we are going to just be using the 3 perks. Now for your perk 1, this personally I don't like using flak jacket or tactical mask without the other to complement it, just simply because it's sod's law. You put flak jacket on, you're going to come across people with gas mines and flashbangs. You put tactical mask and you're going to get hit with every nade that people can find in any nook and cranny. So I'm going to put forward intel on. Now the reason for forward intel is actually quite an overpowered perk. I think that not many people know about this perk or what it really does. But forward intel, guys, not only does it make your mini-map show a larger area, it also gives a ping when the enemy respawn. Now, you might think, well, that's great, I'll just find that out with my UAV. If you don't run a UAV, if your teammates aren't running UAVs, you're not going to have that option. So having forward intel on will help you and your team, because 1, you'll be able to spot where they're respawning, which means you will be able to move to a position that gives you the advantage. If you're playing with a team, you can also communicate that intel to the rest of them. If you're not communicating, the people are paying attention to the minimap, they're going to see where you're moving. So again, it helps everyone, guys. So forward intel is the way forward on that. Now perk 2, like I said guys, if you use the ammo pack, you don't need to use scavenger. Now I'm not going to use scavenger just simply because of the fact that I feel that the Quartermaster is going to be more beneficial for me because it helps me recharge my equipment over 25 seconds, so that's going to help me get a lot more equipment kills. And like I said, if I'm using Molotovs, it's going to help me lock down choke points a lot easier. So Quartermaster is going to be the option. You can go with Tracker as well, because it does obviously highlight enemy footprints on the floor. So if people are trying to flank you, you can obviously get a bit of a heads up when you see, especially if you're looking out of a window and somebody runs in a building that just so happens to have the entrance under that window, it will give you a slight bit of intel on that, because you will be able to see the dotted red footprints. But if you're not paying attention, you won't notice it, especially if you have your brightness turned up. So it can be a bit of a downfall in that respect. So yeah, Quartermaster is going to be the option for me here. Now perk 3, like I said, UAVs are used a hell of a lot, so Ghost would seem like the most obvious option. But because we are going to be using the SAM turret, we can get away with not having Ghost on, just simply because that SAM turret will help get rid of some of the UAVs. So we are going to put Ninja on. I'm not going to bore you with the same things I say every time, but you know the score with Ninja, guys. It's a must. I am going to email these people and ask them, why did you make the footprints? The foot sounds so loud. I must have an answer. I really can't get over that. So yeah, Ninja is going to be the option for you guys there. And yeah, that will complete the class loadout for the Krig 6. Like I said guys, this is a pretty decent assault rifle. It's not the best. There are obviously better options out there, but if you're looking for something that's well rounded and well balanced, then the Krig 6 is going to answer a lot of those prayers. If you liked today's video guys, then please hit that like button. It really does help me, and it helps the channel. I can't stress how beneficial that is. If you're new to the channel, as always guys, please hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. I appreciate each and every person's support. It really does mean the world, and it keeps me going with what I'm doing. But yeah, if you have any suggestions guys, or anything that you want to see in future videos, then please do leave a comment down below, and I shall get back to you as soon as I can with those. And yeah, I shall see you guys in the next one.